It's Week 18 of the NFL, and our focus is on George Pickens. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season going to this point. It's the Steelers and the Chargers on EA Sports.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the L.A. Chargers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement was the one interception he threw.
And no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Hey, alert, alert.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it in for the Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are on the board. This afternoon. Done good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So Dunn now following the score. Back out to send this away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Got to get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now back to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down.
Okay, break.
They'll drop to throw. Complete to Johnston here. His first catch, good for 9 in the first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the run.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Drop on switch. Drop. Hey, check that.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Done good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The Steelers had 5-11 on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Out of the gun now on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a handoff up the middle. Randall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. They'll let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And he will find his man on the outside. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year.
Come on.
We'll be back. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's got his target. That's complete. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Alert! Reload! Check!
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Done good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, the way things have been going in this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, normally in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Done good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And his struggles, they're continuing. He had 3 interceptions in last week's ball game. 2 more already here before halftime as they take over with a first down. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning. Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Now done for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
A 3-yard loss, 4th down now. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go. Football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught at the 7. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Bronco switch, Bronco. Hey, check that.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And Brown's got it for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with a second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Done good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
They'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Back to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 72 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means a root.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Done good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So Dunn now following the score. Back out to send this away. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Randall. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Randall stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the That's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on... Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And now, before the ball changes hands, we're going to take a look at...
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Drop those quick. Drop. Hey, alert.
So this